What's up, nerds? I'm Kendrick, your not-so-friendly neighborhood otaku, and welcome to my channel where I talk all things anime, manga, manhwa, webcomics, and cosplay. If that's the type of thing you're into, make sure to subscribe because I'm putting one episode of anime commentary out every single week. Today, we're going to be watching and reacting to episode 4 of Gachiakuta. As always, if you have not seen episode 4 of Gachiakuta and you don't want to be spoiled, pause this video, go back and watch the episode, and then come here to hear my commentary because obviously, as I'm watching and reacting to it, there are going to be some spoilers. Now, at the end of episode 3, we very briefly got introduced to Riyo, which means this is going to be Ryo's episode, and I am so fucking excited for you anime-onlys to not only see what her vital instrument is, but see how she fucking uses it. Basically, every character in this series is badass and has such a cool and unique fighting style, and I just know y'all are gonna love her so much, so I'm really excited for the Riyo hype that'll come after this episode. So without any further ado, let's get into it. She's here, y'all! Sapphic Legend Semiyu has arrived. I'm so excited. And if any of y'all think she's not fruity, take a look at those fucking magazines she's looking at. There is no straight excuse for her to be checking out magazines of entirely almost naked women. Girly is not only a baddie, but a sapphic baddie. Ooh, wait, based on her style, would she be a stud? Is this stud representation? Finally. God, she's so badass. Another thing I love about this power system is that the vital instruments aren't strictly for fighting and combat. Since Semiyu's glasses are her vital instrument, they essentially allow her to see into another person and assess their potential. So not only are we getting really unique weapons and really unique powers in this world, we're getting people whose vital instrument can essentially enhance a sense or go beyond and into the metaphysical realm, which is just so fucking cool in my opinion. The way he immediately backs out and closes the door like, yeah, no, I'll introduce you to people later. Since Enjin's telling us no one knows what the boss's vital instrument or power is, we can assume that, similarly to Demon Slayer, all of the effects of the power being used are for the audience only. None of that is happening in real life. So when we just saw Semiyu read Ruto's potential and her glasses and her eyes glowed, he did not see any of that. He just saw her staring at him. That was for the audience to know, oh, she's activating her power. Y'all, I'm so hyped. Ryu is so fucking cool. Both her weapon and fight style go hard as fuck. Honestly, everyone's fight style in this is really cool, but that's also partially because they have such unique weapons. The very first person we saw in this series use their vital instrument was Enjin, who had an umbrella, but the umbrella like transformed and allowed him to drill into and blast away the trash beast. The weapons and techniques for those weapons in this series are just gonna get wilder and wilder in a good way, and I'm so excited to see it. I love the amount of world building that we are getting from the jump in this series. We started off on the sphere, which had a really harsh dichotomy between the clean side and the slums, which was already interesting enough. Then after Ruto got dropped into the pit, we have this whole new world with the ground that we've been thrown into. And here we're seeing a map of the ground, and we're talking about these different cities and these different zones, like the polluted zone and the safe zone. We are 4 episodes in and already getting a better grasp of this world and the layout of this world than some anime give us in their entire series. And it's given to us in a way that's not just extended exposition. We are literally thrown into this world. Granted, Semiyu right now is describing the world, but this is the longest explanation we've really gotten, and it's still so quick. We are just picking things up as they go. We have to remember that it's because of the spherites that the ground has become so polluted that it can kill you in 15 minutes if you're in a polluted zone without a gas mask. So Ruto constantly asking about the sphere and how to get back up there is going to put a massive target on his back. Everyone from the ground understandably hates spherites. So Ruto is going to have to set aside his revenge for now and slowly build a rapport and gain trust so he can get that information without being super sketchy about it. Even if he found out today how to get back up into the sphere, he's either not making it there or he is not going alone. People from the ground 100% would follow them to exact their own revenge on the spherites. And they would not discriminate between the clean area and the slums. Their revenge would be on the spherites regardless of where you came from. Ooh, that's a really good question. Because if the spherites know there are people living on the ground, yet they still throw their trash and people into the pit, we have to remember they throw full people in there. That's how Ruto got there. I may be all for the grounders coming up and getting their revenge, because that would be so fucked up. Because what the fuck do you mean you would be purposefully destroying someone's home like that? If they know and still do this, that wouldn't even just be eco-terrorism. That would essentially be genocide, because they would have then purposefully made the land that the grounders live on uninhabitable with no way of escaping it. They would have essentially locked them in this area that they are continuing to pollute and make uninhabitable to the point where it kills people in 15 minutes. If they did that purposefully, oh, that battle at the end would go fucking crazy. Rudo's dumpster diving days are far from over. Let's go! A bunch of trash beasts are just coming out. You just know Rio's a badass by how calm she is here. There is a herd of trash beasts trying to bust through this barrier, and she's asking what food he wants for the welcome party. Girlie is too calm right now. Oh, I swear, every scissor-wielding character is the fucking baddest. Look at her go. Using her foot to fucking whip the scissors around, her fighting style is insane, and I love how it's being animated. She's just like such a clean fighter. That's one thing I really like about the manga as well. The fight scenes are really well choreographed and easy to follow, and I'm glad to see the anime's doing it justice. She just fucking chops it in half. Oh my god. Again, this power system is just so cool to me. And the fact that Rudo knows nothing about it and we're kind of learning along with him is so well done and a really fun way to experience the power, in my opinion. Rudo has the natural ability to harness the anima because of how he's cared for his gloves, but not only does he have no control over it, he has no idea what's happening. He does not understand this power. And this is the first time he's seeing an object really shapeshift once it's activated. When he grabbed the tire in an earlier episode, it grew spikes, but this rod completely changed. And we see that he knows something has changed and he's using the power in a different way, but he has no control over it and he doesn't know what triggered that change. So if he gets into a fight and can't use his power because he can't control it yet, he's fucking done. He's been lucky up till now, but because he has a natural ability, his power scaling is going to have to come from learning and fine-tuning techniques and skills, which I will prefer every single day over a nonsensical power scaling system. And in this instance, the anima activated to a greater scale after he realized he can't just become a cleaner solely for his own selfish reasons. These are people putting their lives on the line to keep others safe from the trash dropped down from his world. If he becomes a cleaner, it cannot just be to get back up to the sphere. He has to care about the people on the ground and understand the pain that they have suffered at the hands of the spherites. Just like how he rushed to save someone here and the power of the anima shifted and grew. He's gonna need that type of drive behind him as well, not just revenge. Since they're logging the new version of this trash beast into a report, that must mean that over time, there's been an evolution of these beasts taking place. These trash beasts essentially come alive due to the anima that is created and fueled by the hatred and disgust either for the trash itself or what the trash means to the ground. So the more that feeling grows, the more the trash beast will also likely grow and evolve. That is just a theory of mine, so only time will tell, but I think that that feeling that is being cultivated on the ground, the hatred and disgust and the way that they despise not just the trash, but the spherites dumping the trash and destroying their world, that's only going to make these trash beasts grow bigger and stronger and more fueled by that feeling. This looks so fucking cool. The animation for these fight scenes are executed perfectly. This is what I mean when I say I think there is a current evolution happening amongst the trash beasts. We are literally seeing this trash beast grow in front of our eyes, but this one's different than the others because it's hiding and concealing its core, unlike the previous styles of trash beast, meaning that they may be evolving in a sense of intelligence and not just shape, size, and fighting style. If these trash beasts are getting bigger, harder to fight, and smarter, it's gonna be fucking insane. And that was episode 4 of Gachiakuta. Yo, the fights in this are so fucking good. Riyo is like such a badass. Honestly, any scissor wielding character in an anime is just gonna be the fucking coolest. They are like almost at the same level as a scythe user for me. It's so fun to see them fight and the different ways that they use and manipulate it. Like her putting the scissor on her foot and whipping it around to decapitate all of them. Super fucking hard, guys. So cool. I'm also just so happy to see that the fight scene animation is really well done here. As someone who's also a fan of the Sakamoto Days manga that then watched season 1 of Sakamoto Days and went, oh, that's not what I thought the animation would look like. This is good. This is a good adaptation. Also, as someone who is a fan of the Sakamoto Days manga, similarly, the Gachiakuta manga fight scenes are really well choreographed and they flow really well. They're easy to understand. You're not going to be staring at it like, what the fuck am I reading? You will just be able to tell and follow along with the story. And I'm excited to see that the animation is doing it justice. You can immediately tell what is happening, how they are fighting. It's not just like a blur in the background of like and then someone wins. We see them going at it, and I love that. Every character in this series looks awesome. Their character design is so cool, and their weapons and the way they use them is so unique. Like, look at Semiyu. She's flipping through some like Cornish mags. And again, I don't want anyone trying to come at me and say she's not sapphic. She's literally flipping through magazines of naked ladies and just like having a good time. That is the most sapphic thing I've seen. There is no straight explanation for that. You can't even argue with that. But back to the like cool system, her glasses being something that lets her look into someone and assess their potential and assess their abilities, that is so cool. And that also sets up this entire other portion of the world where people aren't just using their vital instruments as weapons, they're using their vital instruments on other people, on other things, maybe on the world itself. We'll see. Only time will tell. But that is all I have for today, folks, and I will see you next time.